Hi, I'm Mitch Shoemaker, and this is day 75 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on gratitude. So, yay for day 75. I am 3/4 of the way done. Yay! I'm so excited. I like the little milestone numbers things. I only have 25 days to go. Getting excited to be done. To be perfectly honest, excited to be done. Uh, and I'm grateful that I'm doing my video today. I haven't done a lot of things today. My plan for today, as plans often go awry, was to have a movie day, which I did watch movies, which was nice. It was really nice, except that I was supposed to be doing some other projects while I was watching the movie and doing my laundry while I was watching movies. I got the movie part down. I don't know about the rest of it. Um, I got one out of like six things I was supposed to make, and yeah, I did two or three loads of laundry, so there's something too. Um, Not as productive of a day as I would have liked, but I don't know. It was nice to just enjoy watching movies. I haven't done that in a long time. I picked a bunch of old movies I haven't seen, and then I was like, oh, I have to watch these. And usually I just am replaying stuff I've already seen, so I'm not focused on it. I'm focused on like a dozen other things. And this time I was so focused on the movie, I didn't want to do a dozen other things, which maybe I should have picked something else. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just grateful that it's day 75. I'm grateful that I'm making my video. I'm grateful that I've made 75 videos in a row. That is like crazy. I can't even believe I've made it 75 days. It just, I'm still waiting for this to be like an easy automatic thing for me to do to make my video instead of having those days moments where I just don't want to do it. And today I realized that when I wasn't doing the stuff that I was supposed to do, that there was just this thought inside my brain, this little twisting thing where it was just kind of like a mental image of my turning myself to the wall or whatever and just giving up for the day. And I was like, oh no, we do not get to do that. So I had a bit of internal fighting going on, but I was like, no, I don't have to give up. I don't have to turn my head to the wall. I can still do things. I can still get stuff done today. And maybe it's not everything I wanted to get done today. Um, but I'm still getting things done today. I still did things today. In fact, I made a list my bishop suggested I make 2 nights ago when I visited with him, and I finally did it. But it was just kind of a list of what he called truths or facts about myself, so that when I do feel depressed or discouraged or have those moments when I just want to turn to the wall, I need to look at that. I was thinking that's also why I need to make one of those vision boards so that I can remind myself of my goals and what I'm working towards. But I like this idea of facts, and I kind of wrote down like facts and lies or truths and lies. And I worded it as what did I say? I apologize. I wrote it down and I can't remember. I'm so good at that. Um, okay, lies I tell myself because of how I feel, and then facts I often forget because of how I'm feeling. So my feelings have a tendency to distort my perspective and my thinking, which I already knew. This isn't nothing new to me. Like I know feelings aren't facts, but sometimes in the moment, I think the feelings have a tendency, at least for me, to just take over. And it's hard to see past how I'm feeling. It's hard to process what else is going on around me because I'm triggered, and all I can do is I'm stuck in the feelings. I'm stuck in the emotion. I'm frozen somewhere, panicking over something or shutting down because I can't handle the emotion or the trigger or the situation, whatever the case may be. And I need to get up. I need to move around. I need to take a break. I need to do some writing, some journaling. Those are the things that I need to do. And I forget. I forget that I can pick up the phone and call a friend. I forget that I can sit down and journal. Or I have those thoughts, but then I'm freaking out and I don't do it because it's hard to work past that. It's hard to move sometimes when I get stuck in those moments of depression or PTSD, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm freaking out about, or I don't know why I don't want to do anything today, and I don't want to know. I always go to the I don't want to know like it's some terrible, horrible thing, and it's like maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just something that I have to cry over. Maybe it's just something I need to process and let go. Maybe it's just something that I don't know. Because the crazy thing is the more things I've learned about myself, discovered about myself, the less horrible I seem to myself. I know that sounds kind of bad, but I guess I always felt like I wasn't lovable because I didn't get attention or the kind of attention that I thought I needed when I was growing up. And because everyone else was more important than me, I wasn't important enough. I wasn't worth it. There was something wrong with me. These are all the lies that I would tell myself. This is what I've internalized. This is how I misinterpreted the situation. Um, and so those are the things I'm trying to combat a lot of times. And so when I get overwhelmed with my emotions or my feelings, I don't want to feel them because they're so horrible, they're so terrible, because that's why nobody loves me. That's why I'm this horrible person. And if I dig all those up, then I'm just going to see all these horrible things about myself. And when I dig all those things up, I don't see horrible things about myself. I learn to have compassion towards myself, and I learn to I learned to understand myself a little bit better and to have compassion for the situation and the people in the situations from my past that I'm being triggered by in the moment. I also learned to separate my past from the present and realize that my present situation is not life threatening. It is not scary. It is not, I'm in a safe place now. And the people in my life are not the people from my past. And so it's not the same situation. I just feel like it is, and I respond like it is until I realize that it isn't. So I have to feel those feelings. So I'm grateful that I made this little list so that when I'm freaking out, I can look at it and remind myself. And it's just something simple. I think I put like 12 things on here. And I'm grateful for the whole list of things that I put on here. Sorry, I don't normally just read stuff while I'm doing these, but I just kind of feel like maybe I should share what I put on here for my facts that I often forget because of how I feel. And the first one I've mentioned on here before is that I am capable of more than I give myself credit for. I don't like that one very much. I know I should. I should be very grateful that God has inspired me with that and reminded me that I can do more than I'm capable of, or that I think that I'm capable of, that I need to stop putting limits on myself, because that's what I do. I put limits on myself. I tell myself it's too late, I'm too tired, I can't do it. And those are lies. And the truth is that I am capable of more than I give myself credit for. So I can do it. I am capable of this. So that's the first one. The second one is I will never stop trying, and that's a good thing. The fact that I try is a good thing. And so I'm grateful that I can try things and try new things that I'm willing to try. And even when I feel like I failed and I give up for a while, I can't stay down. It's just not in my personality. I have to get back up and try again. It's very frustrating to me, but I always get back up and I try. And my biological mom, I love her very much. But she used to say every time I would tell her I was trying, she would say, "Oh yes, I know," and she'd like roll her eyes and tell me that I'm very trying. And so my interpretation of that was, the sarcastic, I'm a very trying person, have a very trying personality, I'm trying on other people's nerves, that sort of, the negative connotation to it. So that's why I put it's a good thing that I try, because I'm overcoming that negative thinking and thought processing, because trying is a good thing. It means I'm putting forth effort. I'm making an attempt. Maybe I didn't do it perfectly. Maybe I made mistakes, but that's how I learn. And that means I'm willing to learn, that by trying, I'm willing to learn. By trying, I'm getting back up again. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. It's a good thing. It's a good character trait in me. It's a good quality. And I'm grateful to see that in myself. And I'm grateful to know that when I try, that God blesses my efforts. And that's a good thing too. And that's a great thing, actually. So I don't need to feel like I'm a trying person or I'm, great on people's nerves because whatever. Because maybe I grate on some people's nerves because we have personality clashes. I don't know. And I don't know how she meant it when I was growing up. That's how I interpreted it. And it was kind of annoying. It was disheartening, really. But I don't have to feel that way anymore. And just because I feel that way doesn't mean that it's true either. So, yay! I'm learning. I'm grateful for these. I'm learning, which means it's working. Number 3, God will never give up on me. And I really like that reminder that it doesn't matter how much I screw up, it doesn't matter how bad I feel about myself or my situation. God isn't going to give up on me. He's always there rooting for me, trying to encourage me to do better, to prompt me, inspire me, nudge me, put little thoughts in my head like I'm capable of more than I give myself credit for, all of those things. So I get up and do things. And of course, number 4, God loves me. He does this because he loves me. He wants me to make these videos because he knows it's good for me and he loves me, and because it goes with something else that I put on here. Number 10, I have something to share. I know I just skipped, but I wanted to do that because it fits right here. That I have something to share, and God loves me, and he wants me to share his love with other people because he loves you too. And he's given me these gifts, and he's having me do these YouTube videos to share. So this is a good thing. I need to remember that. And I have stuff to share. Apparently, I've come up with 75 videos so far, and I know I've been a little repetitious in some of them, but I think for the most part, they all have something unique in each single one of them. So that's kind of cool that I can come up with 75 different videos, and they're all talking about gratitude, all things I'm grateful for, and I have come up with different things to be grateful for 75 days. This is pretty impressive, and I've learned quite a bit about myself. So there we go. What is number 5? I am loved and lovable, which I need to remember that lots of people love me and that I am lovable. There is nothing inherently wrong with me that makes people not want to love me. I just pick people that aren't capable of loving me in the way that I want to be loved, or the way that I feel like I deserve to be loved, or something. Like I'm always seeking attention from unhealthy people, and they're stuck in their own lives, their own mess, and they're not capable of giving me what I need or what I want. So not everybody in my life is like that. I've just picked, stupid men that are like that. Because, yeah, because I just didn't feel like I deserved any better or that I was lovable, which is, one of the lies I tell myself, that I'm not good enough, that I'm not lovable. And so that I accept or allow other people to mistreat me or not love me because I don't think I deserve any better. So I'm like, I'll just take what I can get. And if this is as good as it gets, I'll take it. Because I think it's better than nothing. And I'm learning it's not better than nothing. And that I don't have nothing by myself. I'm not nothing without a man. I'm not nothing without a relationship. And I have plenty of people in my life that love me and care about me. And I know that I've had times, and I apologize to people watching this, but I know I get so consumed with how I feel or focused on the one person's affection that I want, that I ignore everyone else's affections because it's not coming from the person that I want it to come from. And I'm realizing a lot of that is that I'm not loving myself, because if I loved myself and I cared about myself, I would see that that other person doesn't even deserve my time and attention, and have no business giving that person power over me, especially since they don't care about me. So that's just kind of a waste of time and energy, which it's taken me a long time to learn, and I will probably have to learn that multiple times because I'm a slow learner. I'm just kidding. And because I forget, I'm very forgetful, and because I get caught up in the moment and I get caught up in the emotions, and my emotions can be very intense sometimes, and I don't always think clearly when I'm thinking emotionally. Don't always respond clearly when I'm thinking emotionally either. So there's that one. What is the next one? I do matter. I made a whole video about that, but I don't even remember when that was, like day 7, day 17, something, a long time ago. I do matter. It was awesome. You should go watch that video if you haven't already. I think it was a good one. Um, I'm not going to go into that right now. Number 7, I am worth it. And I need to remember that I'm worth it, that all of this effort, all of these videos, these things that I'm doing, that I'm working towards, 1, that I can do them, and 2, I'm worth it. I'm worth the time and effort that I'm putting in to do these things, and I am worth the end results, whatever they will be. I don't know what they're going to be, but I'm worth it. So I need to remember that. I forget that. And then I put, I can do this. I am doing this. I just put this, but I mean, I can do whatever it is that I set my mind to doing, whether it's good things, bad things, whatever. I can do it. I am perfectly capable of doing it, as is number one states. Not repeating that one again. But I am doing this. I'm on day 75 out of 100, so that's proof that I'm doing this. I am working towards my goal, maybe very slowly. It may be a while before I get a published book, which is the whole point of doing these videos, is to advertise my books. But I did have one of my friends text me back, and she finished my book. Yay. So she's just going to go back through and make some notes and some other things. So I don't know when she's going to send it to me, but yay. And she liked it, which was nice, except that she thought it would have a different ending. I asked her about the ending, and she said that she thought it would have a different ending, but I left it open for a sequel. And I was like, well, good, because it's supposed to have a sequel. But then I asked her what she thought the ending would be about, and she mentioned some things that I was like, huh, I didn't even think about those things when I was writing the book. Like, they didn't matter to me. Might have to write a different prequel to the book, or might have to write a different book or something. I don't know. If I have enough people that are actually curious about it, I might have to make something up, or I'll just tell them to make it up. I don't know. It's kind of I didn't think those things were important or mattered to the story, but everyone has a different perspective or idea or whatever. So I guess I created enough curiosity around that subject. I don't know. I'm not giving away spoiler alerts. You're gonna have to read the book when it gets published. I'm being mean. Okay, number 9. I am talented. Woohoo! I am talented enough to write some books. Yay! People actually like my writing. I just commented on that. Yay! Not that I've sent it out to the world, not that I'm going to become popular overnight, not that that matters too much, but yay! I am doing this, and I am talented. I have things to share, which is number 10, which I already read. So there you go. And number 11, I am a precious daughter of God. And I forget that. And I put precious in there because I feel like I'm precious to him, and I am a precious person, a precious soul, and I am grateful for that. And then I put that I have a divine purpose. I have a purpose in this life. I am not here by accident. I do not always know what my purpose in life is. And I think at this point in my life, with doing these videos and focusing on gratitude, I'm learning that my purpose is to use my talents, is to share them with other people. And it is a divine purpose. It is how God made me. It is how I am intended, because he loves me, because I am his daughter. I am his precious daughter. I am precious to him, and I should be precious to myself, and I should treat myself like I'm precious cargo, or priceless cargo, however you want to put it. And I forget these things. And these are truths that I've been taught my entire life, but I haven't always been treated the way that I've been taught. So a lot of times they were just words, and they didn't have a deeper meaning. It was just words. I had this conversation with my sister, I think on Sunday. We were talking about something, and she was excited because something it registered to her, and she was telling me about it. And I was like, yeah, because before it's words, and you're like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that feels good. But it doesn't really mean anything until it's been internalized. So for me, these are facts. These are truths that I know, that I've heard, but sometimes I forget, and they're not as internalized. They're not my default settings. And I want to replace my default settings with these 12 facts, these thoughts, these things is what I want my brain to go to when I'm struggling, when I'm having a hard time, when I'm like, okay, this is my list of stuff to do today, and I'm feeling overwhelmed. I need to remember, okay, but I'm capable of more than I give myself credit for. I can do this. I am doing this. I am worth it. And I have a purpose. There is a reason behind all of these, and that's what my goal board or vision board, if I ever get around to making one of those, would be to remind me what those goals are, what my purpose is. And my goals will change, but I don't think my purpose will, because my purpose is to develop the talents that God has given me, to get to know him, to get to know myself, and to be able to share with other people what I know about myself and about God so that they can see him through me and through what I do, through my talents. They're there to bless my life. They're there to bless the lives of everyone else that I come in contact with, or with other people I don't come in contact with, because that's the cool part about doing these YouTube videos and about writing books, is that they're just things I get to put out into the world, and then other people get to randomly discover. Like pick it up at a bookstore or scrolling through Amazon or Barnes and Noble online or Deseret Book or whatever. I don't know if I'll have a book published in Deseret Book. I might. We'll see. I have a couple spiritual, emotional ones that might end up there, but I don't know at this point in time because nothing's been published yet. I'm still waiting for beta readers. I still have revisions to do. I still have book covers to figure out. I still have to figure out the whole publishing process. So I still have a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to do, but it's doable. I can do this, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm going to keep trying until I get it right, until I succeed. And I know that there's other people that have taken this path, that have gone through this, and they've done it. And so I can talk to them, I can ask for help, and I don't have to do this alone. And I'm grateful for that too. So I'm grateful, and I'm even grateful I got to have a lazy day and just watch movies today. And I'm not gonna beat myself up over that anymore. And I'm grateful I don't have to beat myself up over that. I'm grateful I don't have to give up entirely. I'm grateful that I can still, even at the end of the day, read my scriptures and meditationals and make my YouTube video. I can still write in my journal that my day isn't a total waste, and I don't have to beat myself up over it. So that was one of the lies that I tell myself, that I failed. And I don't just say I failed, it's like I'm an epic failure. I might have mentioned that in a previous video, but I'm like, that's a lie. It's a total lie. I haven't failed at all. And I don't even have to entertain those thoughts anymore. And it's so freeing to not have to entertain those thoughts. I want to say it's like cool or amazing, but it's freeing. And it's strange too, because it's kind of like I could, like today I could see it, the little turning my head away or whatever, the internal vision. I'm like, oh, and I've probably seen that multiple times, and I usually like, hey, I've just given to that today. I'm like, nope, not gonna give into that today. Nope, not gonna feel that way. Not gonna cave to that. Not that I did a whole lot in spite of that feeling, but I know that I didn't have to cave, and I know that I've had some days where I just do things, and it's just I don't even think about it, and it's just freeing. It feels so much lighter, and but it's also kind of strange because it's different. It's a good different. It's a good strange. It's just I'm so used to those default settings. I'm so used to having to fight myself, having to fight God to just get myself to do something. And instead, today I had the thought that when I was sitting down to do something, and I'm like, I'll do it when I'm ready. I was like, I can't force myself to do things before I'm ready. And yes, I want to be ready sooner. Yes, I want things to be done right now. But all things happen in God's timing. And making all these changes is exhausting. And doing things differently is not easy. It doesn't come easily. It's a struggle. Um, it's a hurdle. It's a battle. But it's one worth fighting. It's one I can win. And I'm worth it. And I'm grateful to my bishop for asking me to make a list of things to remind myself of what's good for me, or what the facts are, so that I don't get stuck in my emotions or my feelings, that it's something I can just look at and come out of just a little bit, maybe enough to make a phone call, maybe enough to read my scriptures, maybe enough to write down something, maybe enough to say a prayer and get up and move around. But I'm grateful that I can learn. I'm grateful that I have choices, and I'm grateful that I'm making better choices. I think I'm making better choices. Maybe they're not the best choices. Maybe other people would make different choices than me, and that's okay too. Um, but I know that I'm doing the best that I can right now, today, and that's good enough. And I'm enough. I'm good enough, and maybe that should be on my list too. I am enough. I'm good enough, because that's one of the other lies. Is I always feel like I'm not good enough. But I am good enough. I am capable. I can do this, and I am doing this, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the people that have love me and support me and have encouraged me throughout this whole process. It's been amazing, and I still have 25 days to go. I have no idea what I'm going to do at the end of 25 days because, like I said, part of me wants to just do another 100 videos about something else, and another part of me just wants to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so done. It all depends on the day and my mood, to be perfectly honest. But I'm grateful I'm doing these videos because it's kept me on track. It's kept me focused on my goals. It's kept me at least doing something consistently, and I'm grateful for that. So I need some consistency in my life, even if it is just making a video every day. So thank you for listening, for watching. If this helps, if you like it, you can hit like, subscribe. You can share to someone else if you think it'll help them too. And that's all I have today. So thank you.